Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 4 of Roots, the Minecraft survival Let's Play series where I go back in time, take a blast from the past, and relearn I should say, the basics of Minecraft. Enjoying the game as it was meant to be played. We don't need all these fancy mods and giant builds and raids and all this sort of stuff to have fun in Minecraft. Man, I've been watching a series lately by a YouTuber named Soup, who has been growing very rapidly and has made some wonderful episodes that have really inspired me to record right now. I just watched one of his episodes and now I'm here recording. I think another goal for this series too, other than just being back to basics, vanilla Minecraft, is I want to try not to look things up. And that's going to be very difficult for me. If it's recipes or whatever, I don't care about looking that up. That's fine. But things like builds, redstone farms, contraptions, all that sort of thing, I kind of just want to figure them out. I think that would encourage me to try features that I haven't really tried before and play the game in a different way. Anyway, you're probably wondering why the chests are all Christmassy, and that's because I am recording this on the 26th of December. I wanted to show you these diamonds that I found in some mining off camera. Cue the mining off camera.
Hello, darkness, my...
So we can go ahead and make our very first, a diamond pickaxe. I did die several times, during the mining off camera. I'm not doing so hot. We don't have a lot of food either. We're gonna need to work on that. So I'm gonna start smelting some iron over here, and then, we need to build a farm. We also need to make an actual base. What is this right now? You know, I really didn't want to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to clear out some space. There's just so much going on right here. I don't even know where I could begin building a farm. I think I need to clear some trees. So here's what I'm thinking, right? We've got this little pool. This little... yeah, it's not a river, what's it called? Pond! That's the word. We've got this little pond here, we'll make. And then, we'll have some water extending, like some rivers flowing from it. Like this is a hill down here, it leads down below to the valleys. We could have a river going long ways, like so. And then we could have different crops in different areas. I want it to look natural. You know, I don't just want it to look like manufactured. I want it to look like it's a river that's always been there. And will always be there. I think that'd be kind of nice. Now, I'm trying to make it so that it, all the water is flowing real nice-like, and there's none of these streams anywhere. I don't really know how to do that, is the problem. And if I can't Google anything, then oh boy, this is gonna be a weird-looking pond. The water mechanics in this game are just so weird. I think it's working, though. I'm doing something right. I don't know what, but... I mean, the river's flowing decently. Let's get a torch down so y'all can actually see what's going on here. If I just place it along the edges like this, eventually it just waters its way over there. Is waters a verb? I guess it is a verb. Oh hey! That ain't too shabby! Haha! I quite like it, actually. Okay, there's a lot of baddies right now. I'm gonna go to bed real quick. So anywho, we've got this nice pool here. And I want it to river. River is a verb now. I'm really obsessed with verbs today, wow. But essentially, I just want it to meander. I just want it to wrap around this mountainside and kind of do a natural river thing. And maybe each branch of this river could have a different crop on it. I don't know if that would work very well or not, but hey. Oh man, my shovel. I need a chicken friend to accompany me. This river work is boring. Okay, I don't know how well this is gonna work. The river isn't totally complete, but I do want to see how the water flow works here. Okay, that's fine. I wanted this upper part to be a little smoother looking anyway. So, oh, not quite. Come on, man, one more block. We're gonna have to fix up these riversides. There's trees everywhere. It's so hard to even see this river. But... Oh! Sometimes I use a toggle sprint, or toggle sneak, and I thought I had a toggle. Okay, it works. Obviously this is not going to be the end of the river here. It will go on a little further down, maybe into that river right there, or joining into something else. But for the moment, I just wanted to get it going down this hillside. We may expand it, we'll make the sides look prettier later, but for now I just want the function of the water of the river to be able to water these crops. Alright. It begins! I'm not totally sure how this works. I think more of the water needs to be... Does the water have to be flowing? Or, I mean, not flowing? I don't know if the water has to be still to water these crops. I don't know if further down we're gonna have issues with irrigation or whatever. But for now, it works. Cocoa beans we'll worry about later. I probably have a lot of melon seeds. But what I need to do is clear up a bunch of grass to get a bunch of wheat seeds, because that's what we're gonna mainly want, is wheat. So that we can feed some animals, start getting some good food sources going, because right now we're running on melons and we're running low. I do want to stress that I'm doing a lot of destruction right now and getting rid of grass and leaves and all this, and it looks very plain right now. I don't want it to look that way, ultimately, but for now, we've got to prioritize some functionality. And then once we've actually got the functionality going, then we can go ahead and start making things look all nice. But for now, I'm going to let those seeds grow, and I want to start doing some base building. Right now, we've got the very bare bones structure. We're going to have to change these gates. I'm not, or the bridges, I mean. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about those. But what I want to do now is get roofs on these things. Maybe a little bit of walls, figure out what we're really doing with this place. I don't know if this will be our forever base, but it is a nice little home for the time being as we get on our feet and set up initially. Now I was working on a staircase going... I was working on the roofing problem, okay, and then now I'm making more stories for this house. I was doing a staircase to try to get up to the top of this tree, but it doesn't look very good from below. I'm not a huge fan of it. So I'm getting rid of it right now, and I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'll start from the bottom here so you can kind of get a sense of what's going on. We've got our main little base here. Over there is going to be the furnace room. But if we come up the stairs here, which I'm not done with, and I will add to, we get to a little small branch landing platform here, which is the perfect height to be able to go over to this tree and that tree, which would give us more space. And over there, too. I'm building on treetops. Remember, I'm trying to have the tops of these trees be where I put my base components. But right here is, I think, a good spot to have a ladder. If we just go ahead and get rid of this, I think we could just have a ladder going straight up. I don't think it would look too bad if we wanted to. Maybe it would look bad. You know what? Okay, I don't have jungle leaves on me right now, so I'm just gonna use dirt for the time being. If we patch this up, I just don't want to be able to see the ladder from down there. I think that would look bad. But if we do something like this, and have the ladder be here, it wouldn't be visible from the other side. Just use some sticks here, make a few ladders, climb back up to the top, and then place them like this. I think that'd be good. And I'm not going to worry about building the top of this tree for right now. I just wanted to kind of get a sense of where my other floors, where my other stories are going to be. And now I'm going to actually start working on the roof. Oh my gosh, this project just becomes more complicated every time I think about it. What I want to do, I want to give it a very slapped together sort of vibe, which I'm very good at because I'm not a good builder. So I slap everything together. But I want it to look that way. I'm also replacing these. I changed my mind about the cobblestone gates. I'm thinking for the roof, we use wool. I think that would look very almost tent-like. But anywho, wool is an extra stamp because we have exactly one piece of wool right now and no wheat. So, in order to get wool, we have to get sheep. And in order to get sheep, we need hay. We need wheat. In order to be able to attract them and breed them. So, we're gonna go check on our wheat farm, although I wonder if I have bones. Can I... Oh, yes. Okay. There we go. We've got some bones that we can use for bone meal to be able to get some wheat a little bit quicker here. I also want to bring up the boss, because he's very lonely down there, and we need to go make sure he's okay. Oh! Is this fully grown? Look at that! We did have a wheat. Okay. Sweet. So we've got some wheat seeds. We can plant a few more of these. Start expanding our little farm, but I'm gonna want some more wheat. So let's just go ahead and bone meal this place up. That's gonna be good for now. I don't want to use all of my bone meal. I want some of it for grass to kind of make this place look a little bit nicer. But we also have 15 more seeds which we can use to increase wheat production even more. We're gonna have to figure out a path system through here, or else I'm gonna be trampling crops all the time. We're also gonna have to figure out a lighting system, but that's a project for another day. We have 11 pieces of wheat right here. So, job numero uno has been completed. Now we just need to find some sheepies to bring over into... We don't have a pen! You know what you do when you don't have a pen? You make one. Look, it's the boss! It's the boss! Boss! I've been looking for sheeps. I know you want to come up. I hate to leave you just sitting here in the boat. Come on, you gotta look at me, boss. Boss, you won't even look me in the eye. I'm trying to get a home established for you, but it's getting dark. I can't bring you up here now, boss. There's nothing there. It's empty. We don't have food. We hardly have shelter. I think I just went southern there for a second. I'm just trying to risk my life getting home. I hate traversing the jungle, and that's a problem we're gonna have to figure out eventually, too. There's just so many problems to fix. I feel like I've accomplished nothing in 4 episodes. Okay, there's home, there's home, there's home. And I was just thinking about it, it's kind of sad I accomplished anything in 4 episodes. But at the same time, like, half the time by now, you know, you'd be in full diamond armor, the Ender Dragon's already dead, and your mega iron farm is producing 28 kilowatts of iron energy per minute. Like, it's nice to take things at a slow pace, and maybe this is slightly slower than I would want, but at least it's not fast. We're taking it chill. We're playing our own game. Follow me! I've got many good things to show you, such as a small pit in the ground. Oh! Hold up! I think we've got multiple sheep. Multiple sheep sighted. The eagle is landing. I don't know enough of those military terms to make this be a funny joke. Okay, we've got 3 cows and 4 sheep. This is a dream come true. Alright, come on. Oh, hey, something I haven't talked about on the channel yet. I'm making a podcast. Oh, no, did not mean to do that, but I guess I won't waste it. Yeah, I'm doing a podcast. We being my siblings and my wonderful wife and my brother-in-law are going to be doing a Dungeons & Dragons podcast. A real play, actual play, whatever you call it, podcast. I'm going to be Dungeon Master, even though I do not have as much experience in Dungeons & Dragons as some of my siblings, and especially my brother-in-law does. I'm going to be DMing. We've done a campaign, like a personal, private campaign, and I was DMing that, and it was fun, but I learned a lot from that experience. I learned what not to do, and some things that I should do. And we had talked about maybe recording that, it just never came about. But we're starting fresh, and I'm excited to be able to introduce this world that I've been working on to you all. But I'll try to remember to leave the description for the Discord for that podcast in the description. I'm hoping to release the first episode hopefully by the end of January 2024. It's not quite January when I'm recording this, so fingers crossed, but potentially February. We've got everybody in here. Let's eat, and then let's make some babies. Oh yeah! Come on! Alright. So, this is gonna take a while. We have a couple of sheepies. And I want the white wool. Man, it's chaotic in here. Okay, we got 3 pieces, and I want to recolor this sheep just so that we can get white wool a little bit faster. There we go. Okay, so that's that. We're starting to gather some white wool. It's gonna be a while before we are actually able to finish the roof. So for the time being, maybe I'll try to fix up the bridge connecting. Things are moving very slowly along, as you can see, but I wanted to take a short break and do something a little bit different. I remember Stampy's Love Garden. If you watched Stampy Longnose, you probably remember his Love Garden from his Lovely World series, where he had signs for all these people and he had different comments that people would leave on his videos from a sign, and he did one every episode. I love that. I think that's so cute. Such a cool way to interact with the community. I thought I'd do something a little bit different with a book and quill, and kind of review some comments from the past few episodes. I'm not big like Stampy Longnose to have, tons and tons of people commenting, but I really, really appreciate the few comments that I do get. So I want to kind of shout it out in a more public way, kind of respond to some of these things. I try to respond to all my comments. Sometimes I'll miss one here and there, and I figure video format is a better way where more people can see what you commented. So, starting with episode 1, just because I haven't done this before, we'll get up to date. Saltino1282 says, loving this take on the Minecraft adventures. I've been getting back into the basics too, and it's so nostalgic and heartwarming. I agree, and that's something that I really want to hit on with this series for myself, is getting back to that stage where you're figuring out Minecraft, and you're not just Googling everything and building the easiest farms and beating the Ender Dragon as fast as possible. You're taking your time, you're doing things slow, you're doing things your own way. Let me grab this book over here. This, I don't know how well you can see it, but it says The Ultimate Player's Guide to Minecraft. This is a really old book. Let me see when it was made. It was made in 2014, and I used to have this book. I think we got it from the library or something, or maybe we bought one, or I got it as a gift. But it is so old, and it's some unofficial guide to Minecraft, and some of the methods are so old. It doesn't, have the modern mods. Everything is the old textures. It's just, man, it's a blast from the past. I'd love to do a video on this book sometime. I think that would be super cool. But that's nostalgia for me. And that's what I want to get back to in this series, is the feeling I had before I had Java Edition and I read that book. Wow, look at all these things that you can do in Java Edition that old Pocket Edition could never do. But thank you, Saltino, for commenting and being the first commenter in this official comments. Episode 2, we had Capybara92 saying, just wondering, why did you quit Loka? The community would love to have you back, bro. You have the most OG funny content out there. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Loka, as I said to you, in the response to the comment, Loka's an amazing, amazing server. I would love to go back there eventually, kind of get Nerd Nation back going again. Nerd Nation has been kind of dead for quite some time. We're still on the Discord. You're welcome to join and hang out with us there. But in terms of being active on a server, Nerd Nation has not done anything like that for a while. But the reason me and my community left is because it was too PvP oriented. The different towns on Loco basically war for territory. And me not being any good at PvP, and most of the people in my town not being any good at PvP, found that a little bit off-putting. Not that there's anything wrong with it, and you do have a spot where your town is completely safe. But that's kind of the focus, and that's kind of the community vibe, is a lot of PvP. We wanted something a little bit more PvE focused, something more towny based. And we tried that, and it didn't really work out too much either. I think Loka is a fantastic server. You should totally give it a try. Will I be returning there? Maybe, if they add more PvE content in the future. Well, probably not anytime soon, but I would consider it. It's a fantastic server. And then the last comment from episode 3, we have Axel0206, and he says, fresh haircut, thanks! Thank you for noticing. Used to be probably about here or so. This is a little too short for me. I'm not sure how I feel about it. When the bangs are short, they tend to get in my face, and I really don't. But yeah, I appreciate y'all commenting, and I hope to kind of continue this tradition of going through different comments in this book. There's something really relaxing about the Minecraft rating. This is, I don't know why, but they're making me feel feels. And you can kind of see from here what I'm talking about, with a bit of like I'm thinking like a caravan cover, a tent, something real fabric-y with this wool over here. It'll look it'll just look kind of dingy, put together. That's kind of the feel I want for this little treehouse space. And this little treehouse space is something I think my younger self would have done too. Back when I started playing on Pocket Edition, a treehouse space is just that's something I've always wanted to do. And I think this is a nice start. I've got a lot of work to do off camera, but this is coming along really nicely. Alright, it's been a couple days and I've done a lot of things, so I want to show you some things as we wrap up this episode. I know it's been a long one. We've expanded the wheat farm considerably. We started adding some potatoes and some sugarcane as well, because I would love to get an enchanting table set up here soon. The animal pit has dissolved into pure chaos, as you can hear. Oh dear, I've fallen. And I do actually need some wool from these noisy boys to be able to finish up some carpeting that I have done on the base. I've changed the bridge, I've made roofs, I've done a lot. It's been a few days. This is terrible, and I have no idea how I'm gonna separate the cows and the sheep. Not a clue. Problem for a later day. But anywho, we can go ahead and run over to our path over here. You can see that I don't remember if I showed this off before. I made some like path dirt. We'll make it nicer later, but I'm liking the little vibe for now. These vines keep getting in the way, which is super annoying. But what I really want to show you is up here. So I've made a nice little lectern for our book. Here is the main part of our base. I've made it colored white. I put a little roof tent over it, put some carpeting down. The stairs will work on the next level of this base later. But for now, we also have this section over here, which is our furnace room, colored gray. I need to make a bunch of carpeting here so that we can start putting down the floor. But the space is really coming along quite nicely. Like I said, I don't know that I'm going to necessarily stay here forever, but it's a nice little starter base that we can use, and I think it's finally starting to shape up a bit. So I appreciate y'all watching this episode. Let me know if you're enjoying this series and what you would like to see next. But for now, I've been NerdieBirdie. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye!